A significant development is in the works that could provide a big boost to a Brooklyn Center strip mall. CCX News has learned about a purchase agreement that could provide a big opportunity for small businesses. Here's Kevin Miller.
Brooklyn Center's business community has taken some heavy hits.
People really started questioning, our community, whether it was a good place to continue living in or whether it was a good place to continue doing business in.
But with retail giants like Target and Walmart moving out,
businesses were closing, and vacating that mall strip.
New opportunities open up.
A lot of our micro businesses don't need 2,000 square feet.
With the help of grant funding, Acer, a Brooklyn Park-based nonprofit, is buying Shingle Creek Center for $5.2 million.
It is a mall strip that has been central in our community.
The deal gives a small business cooperative a chance at property ownership.
Some of the folks in the incubator are also going to be co-owners.
It's in the heart of the Brooklyn Center redevelopment area dubbed the Opportunity Site.
We're excited about being there and being in the mix of things.
The small business center will offer affordable commercial space and training.
What is needed is that continued investment and support.
Acer expects to close on the sale next week. They'll keep current tenants like Brothers Taqueria, which opened in July.
I think the only challenge we'll have, to be honest with you, is that we're not going to be able to fit in everybody.
The plan is giving tenants a chance not only to build wealth, but a chance to change the narrative.
To be honest, we also view it as, putting a stake in the ground to say that, this is our community. We're not going to run away from it. Really sending a message that, we're still open for business. We should be invested in.
In Brooklyn Center, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
Acer expects to house around 27 businesses at the mall. Meanwhile, more than 350 apartments and townhomes for rent may be coming to Maple Grove. The Maple Grove Planning Commission heard a proposal to build 155 townhomes this past week. The project also includes a 200-unit apartment building. The development would be located near the future Highway 610 extension and I-94. The commission sent the project to the city council in a split vote. Some members said they want to see more single-family homes and fewer rentals in the city. Local softball players will soon have a new field in Robbinsdale.
It is going to be our first field in this community that is specifically designed for girls fast pitch softball, and we are just thrilled to be able to have players be out here in the spring, filling the stands with families.
The city of Robbinsdale is converting this baseball field at Sanborn Park into a softball field. Fewer Little League baseball players, along with growing participation in the Armstrong-Cooper Girls Fast Pitch Association, are the driving forces behind the project.
We're looking for it to be one of the most highly used softball fields probably in the area once it gets going here in 2024.
Converting the field to softball includes removing the infield grass and the pitcher's mound. It's expected to be ready by next spring. The city of Plymouth is negotiating for a single hauler to offer citywide organics pickup. The city has a contract with Republic Services for recycling. They're looking to extend the contract and add organics pickup. City officials say costs are increasing, but they hope to reduce costs by bundling the services. Residents that opt into organics recycling services would get an extra cart. The state is requiring garbage haulers to charge every customer for organics recycling, even if they don't use the service. One Minnesotan who lifts at a New Hope gym is inspiring others and setting world records. Reporter Emily Haugen introduces us to Susan Zemke, whose accomplishments only start there.
In the early morning at Lifetime Fitness, trainer DJ packs on the pounds.
So keep that back tight, keep that chest up.
And Susan Zemke responds.
Good.
Susan is 71, and she's resilient.
She's fierce, so she's very competitive and driven.
Since 2018, she's competed in the Highland Games. Those are competitions that require a lot of skill and strength.
I am very small for the sport. This is a big person sport.
Small, but mighty. This year, she scored 7 age group records at the Games in Switzerland.
I want to be able to do whatever I want for as long as I want, and I cannot do that if I am not strong.
And she's persistent in more ways than one. Susan was diagnosed with cancer in 2021.
I was allowed to start training again 7 days after the surgery because it was not huge.
Still, her muscles weakened from the radiation.
Since then, we've built back up to that, to where we've beaten a lot of those numbers.
Eventually, hitting personal records.
In fact, I had a really good paused squat during the middle of this at 190, so I was surprised.
She said her base of fitness and early diagnosis helped her fight it fast.
You know, I feel like that was less of a thing to overcome than it was more of a, there's a blip on the radar.
Today, she's cancer-free, and with those records under her belt, she's still pushing for more.
Those are the kinds of things that I really like about her, is that, again, she's all about defying those age norms.
In New Hope, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
A Brooklyn Center nonprofit director who supports the health of her community is getting a chance to take care of her own mental health. Melissa Nambangi is the executive director of the Minnesota African Women's Association. Her nonprofit helps educate African women and girls in topics like reproductive health, education, and civic engagement. She works to bridge gaps between cultures and create social support networks. Mawa was one of over 40 women-led businesses awarded with $10,000 to rest up and take care of their mental health.
A very welcome offer. Somebody is actually going to pay for me to take a break with my staff.
Nambangi says her staff are passionate. It can be hard for them to take time for themselves. She plans to use the money so she and her staff can take wellness days together.
Wayzata Volleyball has been the gold standard for high school programs in Minnesota. The Trojans have won 3 straight state championships and have a perfect 19-0 record this fall. In this week's CCX Sports Spotlight, we profile 2 other big reasons why Wayzata believes they can become just the 4th program in Minnesota high school history to win 4 consecutive state volleyball titles. At a Wayzata high school volleyball game, more times than not, the reason for cheer from the home crowd is a Swenson to Swenson twin connection. Setter Stella, number 10, and outside hitter Olivia, number 13, have always been in the gym, whether it be playing now or back in the day watching older siblings and cousins.
I'd be going to Samantha and Tara and Taylor's club tournaments, watching, hanging out with Stella, stuff like that, and being like, wow, those girls are so cool, like I want to be them someday.
In 7th and 8th grade, Olivia and Stella played volleyball at Hopkins. Once they got to high school, they enrolled at Wayzata,
Swenson,
and doubled down,
up to more. Wayzata goes back to
winning 2 state titles their sophomore and junior years, and are itching to earn a 3rd this fall.
Not stay complacent is a huge part of us because, yes, we've won, but how can we be better? It's just not being complacent. Like, we want more. We want to be better. It was last year's team. We wanted to win it with that team, and the year before that was that team. So we're kind of just doing it for each other. That's what motivates us.
Last year, Stella was named Max Preps and Gatorade Player of the Year in Minnesota. She racked up 888 set assists, but her deceptive ability to dump the ball at a moment's notice
Stella Swenson
is a big reason why she's one of the top high school players in the country.
It's been a part of me like ever since I was little. I've always wanted to find ways in which I can help my team to score or get out of a super long rally.
And that's Stella Swenson.
Being able to just get up and throw it, it's a really fun feeling.
Olivia's journey has come with some extra adversity. After her freshman year, she had to have surgery on a torn labrum in her left hip. Over time, she's gradually gained her strength and big swing back to full form.
Definitely a lot of patience. I would be frustrated with myself because I couldn't do what I used to do. I could only practice for 45 minutes for a while. So it was really frustrating, mentally and physically, but I think I've gotten back on my feet.
Before their senior season, both Stella and Olivia committed to staying home and playing at the University of Minnesota. A Swenson and Gopher maroon and gold is nothing new. The twins looked up to older sister Samantha, who was an All-American at Minnesota from 2015 to 2018. But if you ask Olivia and Stella who has made the greatest impact on them, The answer, without hesitation, was their coach at Hopkins, Vicki Seliger-Swenson, or better known as Mom.
She pushed me in the gym when I did not want to be there, when I wanted to go to bed, I wanted to stay home. She pushed me to be the player I am now, and I have so much respect for her, and I appreciate what she's done for me. Even if I didn't appreciate it on the way, I appreciate it now.
She kind of knows everything about the game from old to new. Like kind of Stella said, she pushed us, and we didn't really like it along the way because it's like our mom and our coach, but she's done a lot for us, and I appreciate everything she's done as both a mom and a coach.
The future with the Gophers is for down the road. Right now, Olivia and Stella are embracing every chance they get to play their senior year next to each other, all while trying to duplicate what the twins have already done.
No, outside to Swenson. There it is!
Twice.
Wayzata wins another state title.
I think they look upon each other as like it's a privilege to have this wonderful sister that, my twin, and I think that's how maybe they don't say that every moment, right? But I think there's enough moments where they really believe that they know that they've got each other's back.
It might be embarrassing to be like, oh, my sister's my best friend. But twins are different. It's like a different type of bond. We are best friends. I love her. She loves me. Being good players, being good teammates, being good sisters all the time.